join us. Our next comic was born in Los Angeles and has performed at the Improv, Comedy Store, and the Palm Springs International Comedy Festival. She has 2 half-African kids, but they are white. Give it up for Cheryl and Scott.
Did you know me? You just said Cheryl, and I'm Cheryl. My Pilates teacher is a woman. Okay, so what do you guys want to talk about? Julie, you were awesome. I love you.
Talk about that.
Talk about Julie's butt the whole night. Well, my boyfriend is married. I'm just kidding. I don't have a boyfriend. I have 20. I actually realized that I just have 19 because I broke up with one of them. He got arrested for stealing a Harry Potter snow globe at Universal Studios.
Oh my Lord.
Sorry, that was a mouthful. He was not really that much of a mouthful. But anyway, I wouldn't shut up. And my kids were really irritated by him, so I was like, this guy's gonna be a bad influence, you know? Like, they don't need to learn how to shoplift until they're like 16. They're only 13 and 11. The first thing that I ever shoplifted was like a thong lingerie. I don't know why I thought that like that was okay, because it was, you know, as if you can actually really buy that. I think I was 14. Oh my God. Don't arrest me, the statute of limitations is passed. Don't watch this, Dad. Oh my God, are you watching? Don't disown me, you're such a good father. So, have you guys heard about trad wives?
Oh.
Yeah, traditional wives or stay-at-home girlfriends. So I am a divorced single mom, and my kids, thank you. My kids are 11 and 13, and they told me that I'm not allowed to talk about them in comedy, and I'm like, why did I go through all of that to not be able to use you in my jokes? I will say that the first time that I ever received a middle finger emoji was from someone that I gave birth to. And it's just like, wow, so special. Like what, you know, it's like a rite of passage. Like it wasn't random, it was someone who came out of my pussy. And you know which one it was. I mean, come on. So obvious. They better not watch this. They do not like social media. They don't like the internet. And I was telling my daughter today about trad wives, and she's like, you need to run those witches out of town. Hey, watching Monty Python a little bit too much. But so I'm going to do an example of a trad wife. Let me just get him to character for a minute, because I'm not used to being traditional, and I'm not a wife. I barely can like Swiffer. Okay. So, my toddler said that he wanted Cheez-Its, but I would never let him eat anything that has preservatives. He's still nursing, and he's 5. He's only a toddler because I carried him in one of those things for so long, and he didn't learn to walk, but it's okay. He has plenty of years to walk, because he's going to live to be 145 with all of the stuff that I feed him. So, last night, while I was up and nursing the newborn triplets, I decided to pump some extra breast milk so that I could make cheese in the morning. At 4 a.m., I was awoken by our rooster, Albert, like I am every day. It's such a joyous noise to my ears. Let's just like take a break for a second. These people are robots. They're worse than Stepford Wives. I don't know if they are AI.
Ah.
If you want to kill yourself, go and watch them for 20 minutes, and you literally, it's the opposite of ASMR. I think they think they're ASMR, but it's like, imagine 2,000 years from now, our ancestors, if we're lucky, will look back and they'll be like, remember those people from the 2000s and, the 20th and the 21st century? They were the most prolific content creators of all time. Like, who cares about the ancient Egyptians? Those people created this 8th wonder of the world with their Tradwife videos. I mean, it's really embarrassing. Okay, let's get back to the Cheez-It story, because it's just like, you're like on the edge of your seat. Go back into channeling them. Okay. So I got up at 4 a.m. and I started to grind some heirloom wheat that we harvested last summer at my parents' farm in Alaska. It's way easier to digest. It took 3 weeks for me to perfect the recipe. Whoops, I said I woke up last night. Anyway, let's pretend I didn't say that. Okay. Oh, she doesn't have a personality. She's just very beautiful, and she had the babies in the bed, and then the next day her stomach is flat too, by the way. I don't have placentas. Well, I do, but I eat them. Okay, so makes the Cheez-Its. I gave the ones that I burned to the neighborhood kids because I figure that's the only natural, organic food that they'll ever have. And my children are homeschooled. I really don't want them to experience the real world because God forbid they go to college and have a Jell-O shot and we'll have the red dye in it. And it's like, okay, my mom was an original Tradwife in the 70s and 80s. She made all of our candy from honey from a local beekeeper. I grew up here in LA. I know this sounds very somewhere else, but she also wouldn't give us chocolate. To this day, I like carob. Do you guys know what that is? She would take us to this place called Follow Your Heart, the ones that make veganese. Yeah, it was opened in 1970 in the Valley. It's the original Erewhon, the real deal. And she tried to give us raw milk, but my dad, who is from the silent generation, my mom is a boomer, my dad was like, the buck stops there. You are not giving these kids raw milk. And she was ahead of her time doing that. Well, when I was 8 months old, she got pregnant with my brother. I have 2 brothers. This one and I are 17 months apart. I'm not going to name names because I'm going to start to really go at him right now, but he's definitely not watching this because he's a homeless heroin addict. And I have a major case of sibling rivalry with him, but it's okay. At his baby shower, I took a baby blanket, a blue baby blanket, because I was a year and a half. And to this day, I'm 47, I have to sleep with a blue baby blanket. Is that incest? Okay. But it's not the same one. I did have the same one until college. My mom, who can of course sew, she kept sewing it for me. So sweet. She is the best mom, but she stopped nursing me so that she could give the nutrients to the new baby inside of her tummy, right? And then he's born, and she nurses him for 21 months, and he's the only one out of the 3 of us that gets braces. I don't need them, so fuck you, homeless guy. But I'm just saying, they spend this money on him. We all went to Catholic school. And it's you wasted the milk on the wrong baby. I can't even digest milk. I had tonsillitis my whole childhood. Every night I go to bed and I'm coughing up phlegm, and I would take it and hide it behind the dresser. And it's didn't want to tell my dad because he'd be like, there's no such thing as allergies. It's anyway, well, there's no such thing as a homeless heroin addict's son. You have that now. Oh my God, I'm sorry. Okay, this is not therapy. Anyway, by the way, I'm almost done, but I want to be cremated, not put into a coffin. I always thought I wanted to be in a coffin, but I'm like, that is gross. Like, I don't want my body to rot away, and that I just want to be burned, and I want my kids to tip me over from the top of a really high building, so high that it will just fly everywhere, because if they do it too low, cats, like feral cats, will think that it's cat litter, and I love cats, but I don't want them pooping on me. And you know how you can get like crazy from cat poop too? I don't want like my burned up body. Anyway, oh my God, thank you guys so much. I'm Cheryl Lee Scott.
Give it up again for Cheryl. Next comic, her fingers just went viral on TikTok with 4.0